all this together real quick. Get all this together. Turn the light on. Listen, I'm about to talk about Andrew and Tristan Tate. Let me just get my thumbnail updated. Make sure you like the video because it's about to be fire as usual. Look. So Andrew and Tristan Tate was arrested officially by the Matrix. And I'm about to tell you exactly what I mean by that. Let me update my thumbnail. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So Andrew Tate was talking about they was going to come after him eventually. And they finally caught up to him. He always talked about people looking for him, them trying to come get him. And they finally caught up to him. And it's crazy, like, because he predicted this. He said they was going to come after him and try to frame him for something. So they came after him for, I'm trying not to get a thing on YouTube. You know how they be. But they saying that he was basically trafficking or whatever. Make sure you like this video. So look, the thing about him is he predicted this. So it's hard to know if this is something that he's actually doing. Because do you remember when he got arrested for this before? This is nothing new. Andrew Tate was already arrested for the same thing. They swatted him, right? And he said this was going to happen, right? Do y'all remember that? Before we get into this video, let me know if you think he's guilty or not. Because from my understanding, like, yes, we can agree. He said some off-the-wall stuff, like, about women, right? And I feel like it was very over-exaggerated. Like, he's an animated character. Andrew Tate is a character. But I get it. Like, some of the stuff he say can reiterate, you know, how women feel oppressed, which makes sense. And I'm not going to give my opinion right now, right? I'm just saying what people feel about him. They feel that the things that he reinforced reiterates what women feel and how they feel oppressed. But I'll say for me personally, here's my opinion. When Andrew Tate say, get off the couch, work hard, like, I personally feel challenged by his message. People like Andrew Tate, people like Rollo Tomasi changed my life because it was like, if you're not the top tier kind of guy, your experience in life isn't going to be great. And I can honestly say when I listened to that, I was sitting on the couch one day, broke and bored on my friend's couch and was feeling like I have a lot of time and I'm broke and I'm bored. And then I started grinding, listening to these videos and was like, okay, I'm not broke and bored no more. I'm busy and I'm tired. But life opened up for me. And that was because I listened to how brutal his message was to men. And I was able to take that and say, I personally feel depressed, but my mentality isn't going to dictate my day. I can look back and say, you know, for a while, I was what you would call depressed. But you would never know because I never wasted any single day that I was awake on this earth. I was grinding, making money. So when he talk about guys being, you know, laying around and not doing nothing with their life and needing to get in the gym, that's real talk, and it changed my life personally. That's what I can say. Now, all the other stuff, I think people need to learn how to understand how to separate certain things, right? So where, and it's sad to say, right? So you can look at it and be like, okay, he said these things right here, and it was clipped out of the context, and we're going to throw him away completely. But I feel like you could find almost any great leader, right? People are going to be mad at me for this. I feel like you could find any great leader and be like, dang, they said some stuff that's really messed up, right? Anybody, pastors, you know, whoever, right? But I feel like, I mean, I'm going to say however, I feel like with a lot of his stuff, me personally, I'm mature enough to say, okay, bro, I don't, you know, I'm not going to say this stuff or I'm not going to push this message right here. But some of the stuff you do say, bro, has changed my life. So I feel like the Matrix finally caught up with him and they didn't like the message that he was saying. And, you know, they finally locked him up. So here's my thing. I'm hoping nothing happen to him. I'm hoping don't nothing happen to him, man, because he predicted this, that people want to shut him down. So I feel like if he get locked up and, you know, God forbid something happens to them while they locked up, I mean, that'd be messed up because he predicted it. He talks about it every single day. You know, there's people after him. They're looking for him, right? He say like people are after him. They're looking for him, and boom, look, he get arrested and busted. So in my head, I'm like, dang, bro, like, should I be worried? Because in a way, it's like, dang, like, a lot of his message has reached a lot of people. And people feel like, oh, his message is toxic and empowering men to go out and be misogynistic and do messed up stuff. But I feel like for me personally, the message that he has impacted my life. The place that I'm living in right now, my podcast area. Like, I got here because, like I said, I was broke and bored on my boy couch. And when I listened to his message, he said, you're laying around and you're complaining about life and you're not doing nothing about it. I said, right, let me do something about it. And that changed my life. I promise you it changed my life. And my quality of life is way better. So I feel personally like, yo, he impacted my life, like straight up. So it's sad to me to see that, like, this is really happening. I'm about to look at the comments right now. Make sure you like this video, subscribe. I'm about to read the comments. Yeah, strike 2, and that's scary. This is scary. This is scary. He said a few months ago, this is strike 2 for him. And next they'll try to take him out. And that is very chilling. That is very chilling, right? That is very chilling to think about. And I don't know, man. Like, the thing is about this is, like, if something do happens to him, it's going to prove that he was right. Right? Am I right? If something do happen to him while he in containment or whatever, that's going to prove everything he said. And I feel like people are going to be in an uproar. So regardless, like, yeah, he a powerful man. He got money. He can get himself out of it. But when you messing with the government, when you messing with these kind of things, like, man, it ain't no amount of money and power that you can have to get out of this. You feel me? Like, I feel like if something do happen to him, like I said, it's just going to prove everything that he said. And it's like, I get it. You know, when people hear stuff like, get in the kitchen, cook, that's where you belong. Okay, I would never say something like that, right? You can call me soft, you can call me like, I wouldn't say nothing like that. Get in the kitchen where you belong and cook. Yeah, okay, yeah. I disagree with that person. But that doesn't mean I can look at him overall and be like, yeah, everything you say, I'm going to discount. Because that's not true. I can pick it apart and say, you know what? I disagree with that. You know, like, I'm not the kind of person who would say that. But from his experience and who he is, that's what he feel like he can say, or the message that he need to say, right? But when you come to, like, we about to throw him away completely and target his life, I thought we live in America. I thought this was freedom of speech, right? Where we can disagree, where we can dialogue, where we can argue, where we can go back and forth. Apparently, it ain't the land of the free and freedom of speech, right? Because from the way that this is looking, it's looking like they are really targeting him hard. He already off social media. Already got banned off of everything. Already getting canceled. So it's like, how far are we going to take this thing? You know what I mean? And I think it shows that if somebody was to come after his life, then that really shows that everything he said was right. Right? That's how I think about this, man. And with Tristan, has Tristan really said anything? Like, he's an upstanding gentleman from all the stuff I've seen. That's Tristan. I haven't seen nothing from Tristan Tate that I would be like, dang, like, he should get canceled over that. Now, let me know if y'all seen something, but I haven't seen nothing at all where it was like, at least Tristan, right? But you see Tristan locked up too. You know, they come in this spot with ski mask on. Y'all seen the videos before probably where they raided his spot, came in with ski mask on, arrested them both, they got off. But like somebody said in the comments, they said this is strike 3. And that's a scary thing because he broke everything down in these interviews. He predicted this. He also got banned from everything, but you see him on YouTube, you still see him on Instagram, you still see him on TikTok. even though he got banned from it. So they probably like, yeah, we got to stop this guy. And that's the scary thing about this, man. This junk is chilling. You know? No, for real. Tristan Tate is a down-to-earth guy. Gentleman, respect. He got a daughter, you know what I mean? Like, and he's a very, like, down-to-earth guy, like you said. Also, Rollo Tomasi, who interviewed Andrew Tate, invited me to go out and speak on a podcast. So I've had a behind-the-scenes connection with a lot of these guys and to really see what they're about. And a lot of these guys, they really just want to feel like, you know, that we have a voice on the different things that we like. Think about this. There are a lot of men who are self-deleting, if you know what I mean, tapping out of life, permanent solutions to temporary problems. There are a lot of men, and the rate is going up like this, right? The rate is going up like this, skyrocketing, men just quitting life. What's the DJ on Ellen DeGeneres show? I heard about that. I didn't look into that yet, but I heard about that. It's a DJ on Ellen DeGeneres show who just tapped out of life. So you got to think, man, like, this is a real concerning issue that I feel like people have to address. And he's addressing it. And it's like, okay, do y'all feel like it's fair to say, okay, criticize him and have dialogue, but should you really throw somebody away like that, right? Throw their whole life away. And like he said, it's only because he got money and he powerful. If he was just a regular guy, they wouldn't be coming after him like that. And I get the argument of like, oh, that's because he's influencing and causing men to be toxic, right? People say the same thing about Future. But it's like, is there a way of healthy dialogue? Like, I've seen him on interviews where he's been disagreed with and he's learned. Even when it comes to like him converting to Islam, like, you see him humbly sitting back learning and listening while they're talking to him, right? He didn't go back and argue. You see him being in a point of humility. So I think that's important. Now, you get some leaders where it's like, I'm not listening to nobody. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm who I am, right? And I get it. The millionaires that I'm around, some of them do think like that. Can't nobody tell me what to do. But if you come down to it, to somebody like, I think you should at least see if this person has some sort of empathy and can take a counter argument. And I feel like he can. I feel like, to be fair, Andrew Tate is the kind of guy who can be disagreed with. Like, you look at him on that show, Grilling. The girl was grilling him, and he took it. He took it on the chin, and they talked and disagreed, and then they said what they had to say. And I feel like he took it well, right? Now, if you're the kind of leader that's just like, I don't care about nobody, you know, my way goes, I'm dominating on everybody, like, I'm not going to change my opinion no matter what nobody say. And he stands on what he believes in, but I feel like when it comes to him being criticized, he doesn't shy away from being on interviews with opposing opinions. Now, that'd be a problem if you build like a cult and then there's no opposing opinions. Now, that's a red flag. But I feel like in this situation, it's been like, okay, let's dialogue. Let's go back and forth. Let's disagree. And that's kind of where I feel like, man, a lot of this is BS, because it's like, bro literally has been open to talk. You know what I mean? And like, a lot of stuff makes sense. Like I said, I don't agree with everything, but a lot of the stuff makes sense. There's a lot of things that he said that's personally impacted my life. Like I said, when he look at people and be like, you know, it's all in fun and dandy when he talks to the guys like that. But then when he starts saying stuff about like, okay, you know, here's my issue that I feel like in society with women, then it's like, whoa. But when he come down hard on the men, it's like, yeah, get him, get him, get him. And that's when it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, is there a double standard? Or can we really have these conversations? You know what I mean? But I feel like people really take these micro clips and they don't have full context, and then they take it out of line, and then they start throwing these stones. Because like he said before, there's compilations on TikTok of him, of people walking up asking, do you like Andrew Tate? Do you like Andrew Tate? And they're like, no, he's misogynistic. And they're like, okay, tell me why. And then they can't tell him. They can't tell the interviewer why he's misogynistic. So this is like, it's not, to me, I'm not like, oh, he's innocent, he's not wrong. It's more like, yo, let's at least be honest here. Let's at least be honest in a way. And say like, okay, if we live in America with freedom of speech, can we at least have dialogue and disagree with each other? I feel like we can't. Now in America, we can't have dialogue. We can't disagree. The moment you say something that people don't like, you getting canceled, you getting fired, all that. You know what I mean? Stuff I say in this video people might be trying to clip and cancel me. Like, come on, man. Like that's real talk, you know? I just feel like if something really do happen to him, it's gonna prove that everything he said was right. But still, people gonna turn a blind eye to it. Men are tapping out of life at a high alarming rate. At a high alarming rate. You got the guy at Disney who, you know, gave up on life. You got Ellen's DJ that just gave up on life. You got who else? It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. You got the guy from Power Rangers that went through a divorce and he gave up on life. You know, you got like guys like Tom Brady who would say, okay, I'm not going to give up, but you never know. And I experienced this firsthand where like somebody was trying to say something about me, like, oh, he's this, he's that, he's this. And I had a whole community turn their back on me just because of what a woman said. And I'm like, dang, now these people seeing that wasn't me, that's not who I am. You know, oh, Trey's this, and then you look, black man, they like, oh yeah, they saying he this, he that, he this and that. Oh yeah, okay, we gonna believe you. And I watched people that I knew for years turn their back on me, and that's why I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So that's why it's like, man, I'm not really like with all the whole, oh, you know, let's cancel him, because I'm like, a lot of this stuff be real. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I went through where it's like I told you, I was broke and bored, and I said, I got a lot of time. What can I do with this time? Let me get up and go make some money. And then it changed my life. My quality of life is way better. And then I look at like, it took one person to say things about me, and many people believed it. Many people believed it. I lost friends that I knew for 5-6 years. And that's why I'm like, yo, I'm glad I got people standing up talking about these complex issues. We talk about Rollo Tomasi, Rational Male. He be breaking it down, you feel me? And like, that's why I'm like, man, yo, a lot of this is BS, man, because men do need leaders, though. I'm not going to lie. Men need leaders. And I try my best to be a leader for men in the way that I can be. Like, I'm not the most known people. I got over 1 million followers on TikTok, 100K on Instagram. But I'm not the most known, but I do my best at being a role model for young men. Not in a way where I teach hate, but just more like life skills, right? But men need leaders today. Men are lost. Men are hurting. And we need somebody who can speak to the men. We need somebody who can encourage men and build men up. But we ain't got that today. Because the moment we get that, they trying to lock us up. They trying to threaten us. They trying to cancel us. You know what I mean? And I get it. There's some stuff where it's like, okay, I see why people are uproaring and raging about that. But I feel like, man, if men are really tapping out of life this much, we need leaders. Because when these men give up on life, nobody cares. If you're a man and you watching this, when your car break down, who cares? Nobody. Your mama. Your mama care. But that's it. Your job not gonna care if your car break down and you can't make it to work. You getting fired. You losing your house. You can't cry and complain. You losing everything. And that's our reality. The times I done got sick, if I caught cold, whatever, I can't even, dang, I almost said it because I know YouTube be strict. If I caught any cold and couldn't show up to work, I'm done. And I'm losing everything. If I don't have money saved up, I'm losing it all. I'm losing it all. That's why, like, the times I did get sick and I had money saved up, I was good. But that's the reality we face every single day as men. And we need people to be able to lead us through that. And I get it. They can say, okay, stop talking about the women. Let's cut the women out. Let's talk to the men. That's fair. Because as a man, like I'm telling you, when that girl break your heart and you depressed and you miserable, don't nobody care. That girl don't care. She off running around with a new guy. Don't nobody care. Right? Don't nobody care, bro. So it's like, who gonna talk to the men? Who gonna encourage the men? Who gonna be there for the men? Nobody. And then when the man tops out of life, oh, he was weak. He was weak. But then they tell men be weak, you know, but it's like, be weak, oh, be sensitive. But then when you weak and sensitive and you can't handle life and you tap out, nobody cares. People move on. Oh, poor him, he was weak. Dog who did that thing at Disney, who tapped out, his wife called the police on him and said that he was abusive and all that. Lost his job. He was a professional. I think he was a principal. He was a touring artist, I think. And I get it, dog. Don't do that. Don't give up on life. You know, I felt those emotions before, but don't give up on life. If you're a guy and you struggling, and you got broken up with, you lost your job, don't give up on life. It's always going to be a better time. The beautiful thing about being a man is this. It's like a video game. Think about GTA. You go hit the gym, you work out, you get bigger. You go do that mission, you make more money. You get better cars. That's when you get the women that you want. That's when you get the money that you want. That's when you get the friends that you want. That's when you get the powerful connections that you want. This is true. This is true. Can't nobody argue with me about that, because I got videos of me before I had 1 million followers on TikTok, before I had money to my name, where I'm talking about people laughing at me. Don't nobody take me serious. Now, every single day I step out the house, people taking pictures with me. Why? Because I leveled up in life. This is facts as a man. So we don't complain about being men. We don't complain about it. We just say, okay, this is our reality. We not giving up. We gonna put in that work. We gonna grow and we gonna shine. But the problem is this, y'all. When you put in that work and you level up and you shine, people want to say you arrogant, you cocky. It's like, dog, when I was 15, 16, I was at school, I got videos on TikTok getting laughed at. And then them same people, they watching my videos on TikTok because I got 1 million followers, and they like, oh, remember me, remember me? Them same cheerleaders that done had kids and now they single, and because they mad and cheated on their boyfriends, now they coming after me. And I'm like, no, I remember you was the girl who never gave me a chance. It's all facts. Go on my Instagram right now. Look at the girls who like my stuff. Look at the people who comment on my stuff. And then you go back and see the pictures of me where I post, where I was lame, I was scrawny. I ain't know how to fight, I ain't had no money. I ain't had no swag, I ain't had no car, I ain't had no house. I was getting clowned. This is a hack. The hack is you get fit, everybody want to be like you. They want to look at you. You learn how to dress. You get the swag on. Shout out to Detroit Pistons for sending me this. You get you some swag. I usually got jewelry on. You put the jewelry on. Here's the hack. Make a lease. So the average income in America is like $30,000, I think. Make you at least $50,000 a year. Keep your expenses low. Get in the gym. You know, get you a jawline. Make you $50,000 a year. Let's say that, right? 50,000, right? As a man, like, yeah, it is. I would say it's not that much, but it is kind of hard to get that. Like, it really is. Like, it's hard, because the average person, you working at, like, you doing DoorDash, you working at Walmart, like, you got to find you a decent job, right? Get you some income, get in the gym, get you a decent, clean car. You know, start posting on Instagram. You ain't even got to have a lot of followers. Start posting on Instagram that you taking vacations and watch how people treat you different. That's the reality. But the moment here's the thing, society tell you, be a nice guy, love everybody. Now be a gentleman, be respectful, love everybody, but don't be thinking that because you nice and you fair that the world is gonna be fair to you. Don't nobody care. And I get it, because I'm gonna be real. Like, listen, I respect women, I love women, I support women. You like straight up, right? But I'll be real with you. I know a lot of very attractive women, very beautiful, 9s and 10s, right? They tell me all the time, Trey, when I get pulled over, I just cry. That cop always let me go. Comment below if you want me to post a video of me walking around with a dime piece or a 9, whatever, right? Comment below if you want to see people's faces and just say, Trey, vlog. Vlog your day walking around with a 9 or a 10. And guess what? You will see everybody give that girl everything she wants, and we not complaining about it. Listen, that girl, she pretty. She deserve it, right? But people fail to realize that we are men. We don't get that same privilege. We get that privilege when we get our money up, when we get our body together, when we get us a house, when we get us a car. And even then, though, people still gonna be like, you arrogant, you cocky, you need to tone it down. But it's like, yo, like I told y'all before, I was getting laughed at in high school, the videos out there on my TikTok and Instagram. It took me, let me tell you this. I started making music and posting videos when I was 13 on YouTube. I started posting YouTube videos when I was 13, right? It took me like 12 years to get where I'm at now. And then a lot, like I said, you find an 18-year-old bad chick, like Andrew say, you find an 18-year-old bad chick. That girl just had to be born, and I get it. She couldn't choose if she was gonna be cute or not. That girl just had to be born, and she would be on that yacht. She would be in that Mercedes Benz. I done met girls that's 21, and that done been around. They done told me they been around Rick Ross, Kodak Black, all that, and all they had to do was throw on some makeup, put on some leggings, and like I said, we not complaining about it at all. Because what we do is we level up and we become the guys that those women want, right? Right? You know what I mean? So we not complaining about it. We just saying this is the game. I've had women tell me straight up to my face. I'll have some women come here and interview them, you know, 9s and 10s, and interview them, and they'll tell you these stories. I had a girl look at one of my pictures and was like, if I would have met you then, I wouldn't even look your way. And she told me that straight up. And I said, you know what? I'm not even offended, because I agree with you. Why would a girl like you that can be on yachts, mansions, and all that, why would you be with a guy who's young and insecure and scrawny? And it just makes sense. If you can be with the millionaires and the famous rappers, it just makes sense to me. But now, like me, I'm verified on YouTube. I'm verified on Instagram and TikTok. And you could say, oh, they're just using you, but you think about it. You can't complain about it. That's just the game. And that's a lot of stuff that I learned from people like Tristan, people like Rational Male, people like Fresh and Fit. Now, for me, it's a balance. You ain't about to see me on I mean, I'm not going to say that because I'm not perfect at all. But you're not going to see me, at least I don't plan on it, being on here bashing, oh, I can't believe it's like this for women. No, that's not what I do. What I do is state the facts. And when I state the facts, it's like, yo, men are giving up because guess what? Let me give an example. You know how Andrew Tate say, women want the top tier man and they'll be willing to share that? When I was the scrawny guy that nobody paid attention to, people was clowning me. And then I got verified, got 100,000 followers on the gram. It changed everything. And I can sit here and be like, I'm not going to get nobody the sauce. I'm going to just hide or whatever. I'm giving people the sauce because I want every man to reach their full potential. You ain't got to be somebody that's big on social media, but at least reach your full potential, whatever that means to you. But you see the difference. This is going to be funny to y'all, but my mama, she was a teenage mama, right? I got on her Bumble. And I just looked through all the guys that liked her. 500 likes. And she was like, I didn't even care to look at none of the likes. 500 likes. How many guys that's watching this right now got Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, and they been on there? Any of y'all got 500 likes like my mama? Like, my mama cute. Like, she young. She still young or whatever. Like, they gonna clone Andrew Tate. That's what somebody said. Like, my mom, like, she's still young. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at the comments. Hold on. You know what I mean? Like, my mama had 500 likes. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And I'm looking at all the guys on there. And it's just... She's swiping. Nope, 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 nope. But guess what? We talking about the Andrew Tate situation. But guess what? You become a guy that stand out. Now they start coming straight to you. For real. If y'all really want me to vlog this, if y'all want me to vlog me stepping in a room regular, with just no swag on, no nothing, and just see the difference when I walk in with jewelry on, and I walk in with a camera following me, and I invite some friends out or whatever, and then I have some girls that's like real bad. Like, you will see the difference. But this is stuff that nobody ever told us until Rolo popped up, until Andrew Tate popped up. Nobody told us this stuff. And we sitting back in school wondering, why she running off with the captain of the football team? Why she running up? We don't know why. And now once these guys came on YouTube, they started telling us why. And now we like, oh. And I get it. Let me get a disclaimer. There are a lot of men who become women haters. Hold on, my video froze because my phone got, my battery dropped. There are a lot of men who hear this and they get black pill, they get bitter, they become woman haters. And I don't encourage that at all. I don't encourage that at all. Don't be a woman hater. Just be the guy that level up that they want. It's very hard, but it takes time. Like I said, it took me 12 years to get where I'm at. And I know that's a long time, but some of y'all, it ain't gonna take that long to get where I'm at. But when you do put in that work and reach your potential, I guarantee you that your quality of life change. Y'all ever wondered why that girl stopped texting you back? You ever wonder why that girl ended up with the guy who was not good for her? You ever wondered that? You ever wonder why when you was in high school and she ran off with the guys that was in college? You ever wondered that why? Guess what? People like Tristan Tate, people like Andrew Tate, they broke it down. And when I'm like, I don't know if this is true. I started seeing it from my own eyes. I started seeing it with my own eyes in my own life, and I promise you that. And then I became the guy where I see it, and I'm like, it broke my heart. It broke my heart to see it, but I'm like, this is just how life is, and I can't complain and cry about it. This is just how life works. It broke my heart to be on this side. I was on the side where I was the one that when I had my homeboy who was a thug, me and him would go somewhere when we was in high school, and the girls would be all over him. And then I was a nice guy. Oh, I got flowers, I got this, oh, I thought about you, and they like, weirdo. And then he'll come in and just not care at all, and they'll be all over him. They'll be all over him. Should I take these off, y'all? Because I don't want to make y'all feel like I'm just not focused, whatever. But they all over my boy, and I'm like, why? He's a jerk. He's cheating on them, but they kept coming back to him. And in a moment, I got on the other side where I finally awoke to the reality. Like Andrew Tate said, getting out the matrix, I see it. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. The moment I started getting up, grinding every single day, working on my purpose, my inbox just started flooding. And I'm like, why is my inbox flooding? Oh, that's because I'm grinding on my purpose. I'm grinding on my purpose. And they want my attention because I'm a guy that's grinding on my purpose. So I'm like, wow. But guess what? I had to get crushed. I had to get my heart broke. I had to get destroyed in order to understand this. I had to go through hell to understand this. I had to watch people that I cared about walk off of somebody else. So that's why, like, y'all trying to cancel bro for helping men become their best self. And I get it. We can't control the guys who will take the stuff that we say and be bitter about life and, you know, become women haters. We can't be like necessarily say, oh, it's our fault or it's his fault. But what we can do is look at what's happening and say, what can we learn from this? How can I benefit from this, right? Like I said, the guy who interviews Andrew Tate or did interviews with him, Rollo Tomasi, like, that's my dog. You know, like, we talk a lot. I call him Uncle Rollo. We talk a lot, and his videos have changed my life. And we talk about a lot of this. And I'm telling you, y'all, like, other men will respect you. It's not even just about women. It's about men, too. When you reach your full potential, like, I walk around with, you know, like, tight shirts on, and other men who are millionaires will look at me and be like, wow, how did you get in shape? Show me how to do this. And you inspire men and women. You know what I mean? So, like, that's why I'm sitting here like, yo, this stuff is true. And the fact that somebody's getting these allegations, like, I'm not saying it's not true at all, these allegations that's going on with him, but he predicted this. He said all this was going to happen. And it literally became illegal in a country that we have freedom of speech. It became illegal to share your mind and talk about development. And that makes us feel like, dang, do they really not want us to be strong? Do they really not want us to be powerful and independent? And do they want us to just blindly just go to work, come home, and be miserable about our life? That's making me think like, dang, like, I mean, you can't even say the country we live in, because this happened in, like, Rowan was in Romania when he got arrested. So that's kind of why I'm like, it's making me feel like, wow, this is really real. And it makes me kind of worried too, like, dang, like, the more I speak up about stuff too, and the more that I invest in myself, will people try to destroy me just for me being myself, a confident guy that's chasing my purpose? And one thing he said, which I identify with, is you either gonna be fighting against the norm of the world or fighting yourself and be depressed. I know somebody in particular who do everything that his wife say. Go cut the grass. Okay. Whatever you say. I just hope I get some tonight, so I'll do it. And guess what? He go do everything she say in the hopes of getting some from his wife. And then I'm tired, let's go to bed, maybe next week. And then that guy's depressed. Why is he depressed? Because he's following what society tell him. Do the dishes, clean this, do that. And I can literally interview a woman tomorrow on here, and they'll tell you straight up, yeah, we'll say we want that, but we really don't. Like, of course, you got to support. Listen, as a man, here, let me tell you something real. Let me give you some sauce. If you a man that got your own money, that got your own place, that got your own car, and you invite a woman into your life, and you provide a lifestyle for her, that woman will love you for that. There are some that will use you for that, but she will love you for that. You're confident, you chasing your purpose. She not your everything, like, but you still take care of her. You hold her down. She will love you for that. But they tell you, oh, you know, be this, be that. You know, give her all your focus, give you all her attention. The captain of the football team didn't do that, and he had every cheerleader in there, right? So that's why I'm like, man, a lot of this sauce be true. A lot of this sauce be real. It be facts. And the fact that they locking my man's up and potentially his life is on the line just because of him trying to give guys this sauce in his game, that junk is crazy to me. Let me check these comments. That junk is crazy to me, yo. Like, he should have just moved to Australia. What's different about Australia? Is Australia better? And I'll be real with you. I know a lot of women who are very strong in their opinion of hating men. But when they meet me, they're like, wow, I love how you take initiative. I usually don't like men, but you, I like being around you. And I always question myself, and I'm like, why? I had somebody tell me, like, my friends really don't like men, but they like you. And I'm like, why is that? And I'm like, wow, that's because I'm a man that's really on my purpose. I'm not just walking up to them like, go do the dishes, get in the kitchen. I don't do that at all. It's like, baby girl, I can cook my own food. I'm cold at cooking. I can do my own dishes. And then they like that independence and they like that confidence. And I'll tell them straight up, if a guy came up to us right now on the street, I'm a fighter. Like, I'm taking care of that for us. If a guy walk up, like, you know, y'all know I'm known. For those who new, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like this video. But the people who already follow me, they know I'm known for my self-defense videos when it come to carrying, when it come to, like, guns and all that. Like, they know I'm all about that. So, like, they know that, like, okay, this guy's a protector. He's a provider. And in their head, when they meet a guy that's really about it, it's like, dang, even though I typically gave up on men, you make me want to give it another chance, right? So that's why I said, man, listen, people will say certain things, but the truth always comes out in people's actions. I'm a firm believer in that. You know what I mean? So, like, I just think that, you know, people just don't like looking bad, so they would never admit it. But from what I've seen with my own two eyes, like, focus on your purpose, bro. Like, let me give you an example. If you got a girlfriend and you blowing her up all day, she gonna get annoyed, she gonna get bored, she gonna get tired. Because she gonna feel like she bored. Women wanna have fun. She gonna get bored, she gonna get tired. But if you don't text her in like 3 hours, I guarantee you, she gonna start lashing out on you and saying she gonna leave you if you don't do this or that. But then in the back of her head, she gonna be like, I kind of like this. And I know it sounds backwards, but she gonna be like, I like this, that my guy is on his purpose. And then she gonna come around and I guarantee you, she gonna show you that she appreciates you being on your purpose. And that's why I'm like, maybe it's the stuff that he said about women need to be in the kitchen, all that stuff. Maybe that's what they coming after him for. Like, I don't know, but I just know that a lot of the other stuff that he said, I've seen it true. So that's why I'm like, man, this is just like, this is nuts. Let me check my phone, make sure my battery ain't about to die. But y'all got any questions? Ask me something. Is that a banana? No, that's a palm tree. It's a palm tree. I got a beta fighter fish in there. But I do these videos a lot. Like, I do a lot of videos about these different topics. So y'all gonna see a lot of this. Like, cause I mean, I went through so much stuff, man, where I'm like I said, I was getting slandered. You know, there was like rumors being spread about me this year and people trying to cancel me. And like I said, I had a whole community turn their back on me. But all I did was stay consistent, chase my purpose. And people started to see like, dang, he didn't break, he didn't fold. So this must be fake. But some people was so brainwashed that they still just believe that junk. So like, I haven't been arrested over like, almost been arrested over like false allegations of, oh, this person's violent, this person's this. Almost, like, straight up. And that's why I'm like identifying with this and I'm so passionate about it, you know? Don't take the clock shot. What does that mean? So yeah, but my message to y'all is, man, focus on y'all grind, focus on who y'all are, focus on y'all purpose, and I guarantee you, you don't gotta take a break from life and not have fun, but literally hit the gym for 3 months. Stop partying. I don't want to say stop partying, but stop blowing money on dumb junk for 3 months. Hit the gym for 3 months. Let me recommend y'all a YouTube channel. Go on Teaching Man Fashion. Type in Teaching Man Fashion on YouTube. Watch his videos. You know, hit the gym for 3 months and don't blow your money on crazy junk in 3 months. And I guarantee you, you're going to see another part of the world right in front of you, and you're gonna be like, why are people treating me different? Why are people showing me so much love and respect? You're gonna be like, wow, this is crazy. And I'm only telling y'all this because I've seen it. I've seen a transformation. I've seen a transition, and I've seen both sides of this life. Dang, my nose clogged right now. So yeah, but that's all I wanted to say, man. Like, free the guys, man. Like, because if they really didn't do that and all this happened, man, that's messed up, you know. But make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe. I do these podcasts. This is a podcast. I usually talk about different subjects, but tonight I just talk specifically about the Andrew Tate situation. I usually talk about a few different subjects. But tonight I just felt like I just needed to talk about this. But I'm going to be on here more talking about all these, like, different things. I'm going to update y'all on what I find out about Drew. Drew. And I know people that know him, so if I find some inside information on what's going on, like, I'm going to come on here and talk about it. Like, I know people that know him, you know. So, yeah. So be looking out for that, because I'm about to be hopping on here and real involved. Man, much love to Chaldeans. Man, look, I party with Chaldeans all the time. All the time. Much love, like, straight up. Oh, y'all ask me some questions real quick before I close this out. I'm from Detroit. From the hood of Detroit. I get a lot of love from Chaldeans, straight up, though. Dang, I'm out of my drink. No, for real, though, like... Some real... What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know if I know what that means. Real, chowdos. What is that? Where you from, Andrew? Explain what that is, because this is only my, oh, some real... Oh, yeah, for sure. Bet. Chaldean men or Chaldean women or both? Let me know. Miss Bloomfield? Okay, for sure. That's dope. I be in Birmingham a lot. I'll get some people on my podcast for sure. I just wanted to get it kicked off first before I start inviting people on here. You ever been to Bosco's? I don't know how old you are, but I don't know if you ever been to Bosco's. Oh yeah, bet. But yeah, Detroit, Michigan. That's where I'm from. I'm gonna be on here more. I'm about to chop this video up and drop some videos about it. I'm gonna slice this up and make some edits of it. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, but I'm about to dip off of here. I'm gonna be updating y'all. Y'all can rewatch this clip. I'm about to chop this video up and make different segments of it. So be looking out for that. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe, and we out. I appreciate y'all for watching the podcast. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Trey Little. It's the same as my YouTube name. I got a lot of dope videos on there.